Welcome to Sharing Needles with Friends.
Yes, welcome,
Hi.
everyone.
I'm glad you could all make it. Glad to see everyone.
Please take your seats.
Please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Hope you have a number 2 pencil. There will be a test.
There will be a test at the end. We will be speaking to a man of many bands, many talents, Mr. Autry Fulbright.
That is true.
We wanted to have him back on the show because the first time was an absolute blast. And, well, since then, he's been doing a lot.
Yeah, he's been on the road quite a bit in the U.S. and in Europe.
Yeah, with
touring.
And You Will Know Us by the Trail of Dead, as well as his band Midnight Masses, which was my number 1 record of 2014. I'm going to...
Get off your high horse, Gene.
I want everyone to listen to this record because...
It is very, very good. It's seriously incredible.
It's one of those records that I feel like in 10 years from now, I'm going to love it as much as I do right now because I've listened to it since July straight. Like, not a span of 4 days goes by that I don't listen to that record. Like
4 days, huh?
I would say 4 days. That's my. I was going to say weekly, but I know I listen to it definitely more than just once a week. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well,
if you haven't checked it out, check it out. But at the end of this episode, we're going to be playing a song by his yet newer band than Midnight Masses,
Vanishing Life.
Yes, and we're going to be playing a song for you off of a 7-inch that was released recently called "People Running." So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. But we are going to go ahead and give you our sponsors. We are sponsored by Vinyl Me Please. You can go to vinylmeplease.com and you can request a membership today. It's $23 a month.
Can't beat it.
Record to your door.
Can't beat it.
Each month, and you get a cocktail recipe that pairs nicely with the album, and you get a piece of art as well. And
man,
they always give you great albums that they think are essential for a collection. So
that is true.
If you are new to collecting vinyl or you have done it for ages, it's
a good deal regardless.
It's regardless.
I've gotten some really awesome records just in the time that I've been with Vinyl Me Please, and there are some records, for example, R.L. Burnside was one that I had heard him and enjoyed it thoroughly, just never picked up one of his records. And now that I have it, I've listened to it quite a bit, and I'm very glad I have it.
Yeah, I mean, some other, like Perfume Genius. Been fucking excellent.
Mad Villain,
which was awesome. Diarrhea Planet. It's just been really good.
The list goes on and on.
Sylvanesso and Sisyphus.
So many great records. So it's one of those, it's definitely a record club that you can go into. This isn't, your Columbia House situation where you're
not going to get like a copy of Beavis and Butthead Experience.
Right.
But that would be awesome.
Although I did get that at
I
one
did
point
too. I
through
bought
Columbia
that
House,
myself, I think through Columbia House.
Me too. The 13,
I think my mom was pissed.
Well, yeah, because they're trying to scam you, but you kind of find a way to scam them by signing up for the free ones and then canceling your subscription.
Yeah, like paying a penny or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you're a fucking 11-year-old, so of course you're not going to pay.
It's so weird. It's, you know what it is? It's the pre-digital age, like Spotify, where you would pay a monthly fee and get a certain amount of albums. Although with Spotify you get way more.
But quite a bit more.
It's like
there's quite a bit more albums at your disposal.
The idea of Spotify kind of spawned in a way from the Columbia House stuff.
I think that's a stretch.
Maybe.
I think it's a little bit of a stretch.
Probably right.
We're also sponsored by Nothing Too Fancy, which is a boutique shop here in Knoxville, Tennessee, where they have all sorts of wonderful clothing and beard accessories.
That's true. They do. I've got an awesome beard comb from the wonderful Nothing Too Fancy. You're welcome.
But you can go to nothingtoofancy.com and look at what they have. All of it is seriously amazing. You can get your Sharing Needles with Friends merchandise there, shirts, slip mats, mugs, whatever you want.
That is your place right now.
That's the hot spot.
That is the exclusive retailer of Sharing Needles with Friends. Yes. So get on that website and order a fancy t-shirt or a slip mat.
Yeah. If you're listening to this and you like what you hear, please give us some stars and ratings in iTunes or wherever you're listening to us.
That would be very appreciated.
It makes our hearts get all warm and our little butterflies in our stomach.
Mm-hmm.
It does. That's always good.
That is good.
So let's go ahead and get into talking to Autry here.
Right on. Awesome.
Yeah.
We just started.
Yeah. Man,
Oh, cool.
it's perfect. How's everything going on your end, man? Practice go well?
Really, really well. We actually have some things written now.
Oh, nice.
We're a band.
That's good.
We're not a myth any longer.
Yeah.
The most important part
band.
of a band, I think, is having things written.
That's true. Having songs is good.
It doesn't even matter if they're good.
Well,
as long as you have songs, you can be a band.
It's true.
We've recorded about 10 songs in various forms of completion, and then we have now continued and just kept working on some other things. So now we have a pretty good set.
That's exciting. So for people that do not know what we're talking about, you have a new band called Vanishing Life. And
that's correct.
so this is Zach Blair from Rise Against and Walter from Quicksand and Rival Schools, correct?
Yes, and actually, oddly enough, we just separated for the eve, and now I'm in a supermarket, and Walter just passed by me in the cheese aisle.
Nice.
The cheese aisle.
So,
Man, are you getting fancy cheeses for the evening?
I think right now I might get some pork pate with cognac.
Oh, man.
I thought you were about to say pork
I'm feeling
rinds.
fancy.
Yeah,
this
that's
band is making me feel fancy.
yeah,
Fancy punk rock.
yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait to get the 7-inch. I saw that you guys just put one out. People running.
People running back with the song "Vanishing Life."
Nice. That's awesome. I can't wait to receive it and listen to it. I've heard the song, which is awesome. So I really, really dig what you guys are doing. It's super cool.
Awesome.
I just want to hear more than one song now.
Yeah.
It's we're ready for it. We're excited.
So are you guys planning on taking all of this stuff, just going and touring for a while before putting out a full length? Is that the plan?
Right now we're planning on playing this this show Friday, and kind of just getting all of our business and scheduling affairs in order to record a record in either Texas or maybe Southern California with some people that we've been working with, and also following that. Once we have a plan that's solid, it's coming together as far as the plan goes. But once we have that set in stone, we're going to be doing South by Southwest really hard. We're going to play a lot probably during South by. So that's going to be when people, especially people from out of town, have an opportunity to see us playing. We're going to play enough to where if you tried to see us and you couldn't, we'd be impressed.
Yeah. Because we've been everywhere and it's impossible. That's awesome.
So since the last time we talked to you, you've been all over, haven't you? You've been a traveling man.
Trail of Dead and Midnight Masses has been on tour in Europe most recently.
Man, that's incredible.
That's something I've always wanted to do is tour Europe.
I just want to go there.
Well, I mean, going there would be awesome, but I mean, just playing somewhere completely different, like for completely different people, because I have a lot of friends who have played in bands over, and toured overseas, and they say that the reception for music and live music overseas is way better than it is here in the U.S. a lot of times. How do you feel about that?
You know what? I'm sorry. Could you repeat what you were saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was showing my bandmates some 7-layer dip. So sorry, I was slightly distracted. Just for a second, maybe just repeat the question.
That is totally cool. 7 bean dip is actually pretty important. So
it is.
That's not a bad thing.
What was it?
So, I've got other friends that have toured overseas and through Europe and whatnot, and I always hear that they enjoy more of being overseas playing shows because they seem like the reception is better. Like people care and give a shit more in Europe.
Yeah, on one hand, the reception is better. It's definitely, it just depends. You try to bloom wherever you're planted.
Yeah.
But I definitely find that there's certain countries where they don't necessarily have the opportunity or the inundation of bands So,
Right.
you know, it's a lot easier, obviously, for stateside bands who make up the majority of you know, popular, you know, bands or niche bands or whatever. They're playing the States. They're playing, you know, festivals in the States. They're doing South by Southwest. They might be doing CMJ. They might be doing Coachella or Bonnaroo or whatever. So there's ample opportunity to travel a minimal degree if you have to travel at all, especially in Austin, where every band plays here at least like two times a year.
Yeah,
that's a
Whereas
heavily
in
hit
Europe,
place.
you might see that band once every 2 years.
Yeah, that makes sense. So,
People, they're appreciative, but I mean, it's just in a relative sense. They appreciate. It's a different value system there when it comes to bands.
And I think that's really cool in itself. Like just the being able to change a complete atmosphere of a live show. I mean, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Always. So going back to Midnight Masses, before we talk about Trail of Dead, I just wanted you to know Midnight Masses Departures remained my number one record of 2014, and I called it all the way back in July when I first heard it. I said, this is going to be my record of the year, and it was. So thank you for that.
Oh, that's really awesome to say. That I appreciate it.
It's seriously the most diverse record still that I have ever heard as far as bending genres and being able to go from, you know, soul to rock and just have electronic with organic.
And seems seamless at the same time.
Yeah, it's just so well put together. You crafted an incredible album, and for anyone listening,
thank you.
I want everyone to listen to it.
I definitely appreciate that. That was, you know, that was intentional, but also I think, you know, in all honesty, Midnight Masses is still and will probably continue to find a sound that is, you know, matches, you know, the thematic elements in the music, and also the band at the time. You know, the band was just kind of coming out of a dormant stage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was a lot of different people that were on that record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I feel
that's
like
what
now
makes it so diverse.
Cohesion.
I mean, how many drummers did you have?
On that record, there was at least 3 drummers.
Yeah. And that in itself is awesome because, you know, you can tell the difference, and that's something huge on that, is you can tell the difference in feel and, you know, style, and that's what's awesome about the record is how it flows still with that much variety. Yeah.
Well, that was cool. I don't think that... I'm excited, and I think that no matter what... hold on one second.
Yeah.
I think that was something that on one hand was a conscious decision, the other time it was a utility, a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, I don't need to make Departures again.
Right.
Because I definitely won't be doing Departures 2.
But you will be doing another record, right?
We'll be doing another record, actually. I've been slowly working on it. It's funny because Jamie, who is in Trail of Dead, produced half of the Midnight Masses record. So I was, in fact, showing him a brand new song now.
Oh, sweet. Oh, nice.
We're going to start rehearsing. The band has kind of solidified as far as the lineup is concerned.
Oh, nice. So you've kind of got it into a solid setup where, because I know that you have had a lot of amazing people come in and out, but for like especially touring, is it the people that you've been touring with recently that are all kind of the new form?
Yeah, well, actually, not the people. It's everyone. It's everyone that was touring recently, plus 2 new people.
Nice.
Okay.
So this next record is going to have like a couple extra elements that would normally be handled by a various group of friends.
And that's super cool to have people.
Hey.
Hello? Man, that was weird.
Okay.
We lost connection somehow, which is weird because that happens on Skype, but not generally on a phone.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, I guess I am in a... I'm in a weird spot.
You're in a blackout zone?
I'm in a weird spot right now in my life. I'm in a supermarket, and I feel like
tell us a little bit about
the
that.
Cell
Autry
service picks that up, and that can really mess with cell service sometimes when you're.
Well, I think speaking of the weird spot in my life, originally the band was started kind of like as a tribute to my father, and he passed away 7 years ago this Saturday, and this Saturday actually is our show.
Oh,
and
man,
that's interesting. I just kind of realized that.
Holy
so
shit!
So it's going to be, it's definitely going to be an interesting kind of thing to move forward from, knowing that
absolutely
this next record thematically is going to be different. It's going to be, with a solidified lineup.
Yeah, and that's going to be really cool, and I think that's really going to show on the record too, just because most of you have been touring together for so long, and now those same incredible musicians are going to come along and play on the next record, which I think will influence the writing quite a bit, I would think, after playing this much, of departures. Yeah,
there'll be some things that are a lot more deliberate and less happenstance. I think the record and the band as a whole will only kind of benefit from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll only be something I feel is still cohesive. There'll still be the inherent diversity, from the last record. And there'll still be things that are happening that I find, show the breadth of our influences. But I think primarily you're going to see just a band that's been on the road.
Yeah,
and
a lot.
Been right. Yeah, we did a lot of touring this past year, like from late March, early April, August, and then November, and then we're going to take some time to really write some cool stuff. I want to do some things that are really compelling.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So.
That was one of my questions for you, actually, with touring with Midnight Masses and Trail of Dead. You're playing twice a night.
Yes, I am.
Is that extremely exhausting?
Well, I mean, I'd say Jason probably has it harder than me because he's playing drums.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. But I mean,
two different vibes. It's like Masses. I'm singing.
Yeah.
And playing. Drums and kind of like, kind of being the ringmaster or whatever.
Yeah.
And, with Trail, I'm able to, kind of set my own intensity levels and things like that. So
yeah.
It's a different vibe. It doesn't really affect me as far as how exhausted I am.
Yeah.
But it is nice to focus on one thing, and give your all and have all of your emotional and creative and artistic kind of resources that you have physically and, mentally, if you get all to, focus on one thing at a time so it's not diluted. I think that I have enough to give for both of them, but just because you can do something doesn't necessarily mean that's how you always want it to be. It was cool and special to do at one time.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it's something that we necessarily need to do in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it would be exciting but exhausting, but just the fact that you get to perform in two different capacities in one night, that in itself is awesome. But I can definitely see how it would be much easier to just focus on, okay, on this tour I'm just singing and playing a little bit of stuff here and there, and your whole frame of mind just kind of shifts to a different place.
Yeah, that's definitely how it'll be probably for the foreseeable future. But I definitely enjoyed this opportunity that we had with Trail, and I enjoyed the experience. Jason enjoyed it. And we were both giving our all for both things, and but now that's definitely been done in the States and in Europe.
Yeah,
so there's other things that I really want to do now.
That's awesome.
And Masses will, it's nice for us to be taken in a context that's away from Trail of Dead too.
Right. Yeah.
Where people are constantly reminded, like, oh, these are two people that are in the other band. It's like almost like watching us eat or tell jokes before you hear it. I'm not saying that people weren't enjoying it because we got a really reception.
Yeah.
But it's still nice for people to be focused undividedly.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
It can have its own identity instead of people lumping it together, you know?
Yeah.
Man, I
So,
never even made that connection or really thought about that. But like how, just fans in general would perceive that as opposed to, if Midnight Masses was just headlining shows and Trail of Dead are headlining, their own shows, people view that in a completely different way than, okay, so the headliner is also playing as the opener.
Yeah.
Kind of that.
Right.
It is a completely different mentality.
Right. Can I ask you to hold on 1 second? I just have to check out. It'll just be like 1 minute.
Absolutely.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic.
Okay. What you got?
Fugazi and Benghazi. That's enough for you to talk about. So hold on.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So Fugazi.
And Benghazi. Huh.
I see relatability
Who
in
is
the name.
Benghazi?
Oh, come on, man.
Just kidding.
Come on. That's just sad. I say I would prefer Fugazi, like all day, every day.
I think that if I
had to pick one,
if I ever
personally.
had to really pick,
yeah,
I think that Steady Diet of Nothing is a better album than Benghazi ever had.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there are far more hits.
Yeah.
I
can't
think of a single thing I've liked about Benghazi.
No.
Like, I'm stretching my imagination and my mind.
They're not very talented at guitars.
No, I would definitely say Fugazi wins every single day.
I'm starting to lean towards Benghazi a little bit.
If our listeners have any suggestions, Fugazi versus Benghazi, please just hashtag that word and send it our way at SNWF_show, because we would like to know where you stand on this topic, because it's a hot topic.
It is. It's been all over the nightly news.
But not the hot topic like the store.
No,
it's not goth, really.
Well, Fugazi's in Hot Topic sometimes.
They are, but they're not goth. And
No.
that's what I think of when I think of hot topic.
Well, Hot Topic's not goth.
No, but I think of it that way for some reason,
Because
I
you're
think
an
that's
asshole.
no. No, I'm a very, very nice guy who happens to just get a vibe of gothicness when I walk by a Hot Topic. I think it's the displays,
It's
the
definitely
big,
definitely has a plethora of black.
Yes, the black.
Hello, you guys back? I'm back.
Oh, you're back. Awesome. Yes, we just kind of gave a Twitter poll as to whether Fugazi or Benghazi would be the winner amongst people's favorites. I think Fugazi has...
Why would anyone's favorite be Benghazi?
Exactly. That we're hoping that it's not
unless
at
you
all.
live in Libya and you're just diehard.
Well, I mean,
Right.
What's worse, Benghazi or the Anastasi?
Oh, man. Oh, God. Somehow we ended up on the topic of Hot Topic, because we were continuing conversation while you were checking out, which I hope the checking out went well. I
got a lot of stuff. I got really distracted.
What did you end up getting?
Junk food.
Can you give us a rundown of your junk food?
I'm too ashamed.
Oh, wow.
Oh man, it must be really bad.
I got some large Macs. I got Hoisin Crispy Owl.
Oh,
I
get
got
any Vienna sausages at all?
I got a 23 cheese omelet.
Oh, man.
I got quiches Lorraine. I got some. I got during dinner mints.
Oh,
during
dinner mints.
Yeah, not after dinner. You got to get these during.
Whoa.
Gotcha.
I've got some sour gummy illegal immigrants.
Yes. Is that real? Is that a real thing?
I've got some dragon tears.
Oh, man.
No. You know what? I put those back. I got the tears of a clown.
Oh, God. That's the much better way to go.
I got one feather.
Oh, I didn't know they were selling those individually.
A singular. Wow.
And a Destiny's Child.
Like the actual group, not the music, right?
Yeah.
Right. You actually.
I got a cassette. I got a live Destiny's Child cassette.
Oh, man.
Okay.
See, that's the thing that grocery stores and little markets are good for, is that, I mean, I was in a shop the other day, and no joke, they had a rack that was a display of hip-hop mixtapes. and I'd heard of like pretty much everyone.
Are you serious? Is that
I'm
real?
dead serious, yeah. And they were $5 each, and they were in this little like container, and like next to the register there was just a random assortment, very unassuming, of just mixtapes for like $5 each, but they were obvious like burnt CDRs with like artwork sleeves.
Yeah, that sounds shady, dude.
Yeah.
I bought one from a store once. I got a Dr. Dre chopped and screwed.
Oh man,
during the Chronic.
Oh, I can't even imagine how that would
listened
sound.
to it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even listen to it. I thought it was cool, but I didn't listen to it.
Man,
if you just heard some music, you just heard a clip of Vanishing Life.
Oh, yes.
We just did a premiere unwittingly. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Sharing needles with friends. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. That's awesome.
Vanishing Life, we have, our plans to, finish a record this year and play wherever we can, whenever we can. I don't think we're limiting ourselves to any possibilities of. We're just going to do it when we all find ourselves available.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
We're having a lot of fun, which is great.
Is everyone that is involved in Vanishing Life, is everyone in Austin, or are you guys kind of spread out? Like, how's that working?
Jamie lives in L.A., basically L.A. area, and Walter lives in New York.
Oh, man. See, okay,
geez.
So how do you, do you guys have like, how do you, I've always wondered this just because, I've always played in bands where I live 5 minutes away from each other and, it's like, hey, you want to practice today? Awesome. And so we would practice, twice a week or whatever. With the busy tour schedule and then scheduling time for practice, like how do you guys generally, do you do like a week or do you just try to get together on a few days here and there or?
We typically schedule everything, it's constantly looking at everyone's schedules and lots of group text messages and trying to just coordinate some things. We do it in advance. Everything has to be pretty well scheduled.
Yeah.
But the best thing is we're really focused when we are together. That's the best thing. We're setting in a lot of amount of time, so there's no real fucking around.
Yeah.
We're definitely just kind of focused and excited. It's different when, on one hand, obviously there are clear advantages to being in the same city, but the reality is we're not.
Right.
We probably won't ever be.
Yeah.
So it's nice to kind of have this as a destination where it be, Costa Mesa, where we did the single, or Austin, where we've done a lot of writing and rehearsing, the past 6 months. New York, where we've, done some events and some recording there. Which, by the way, as far as what's on our horizon, I believe there will be some video and some audio that will surface from what we recently did in New York when
awesome.
Our People Running single came out.
Oh, man.
We
Sweet.
recorded things, and so I would expect in the coming weeks for that to be out in the world.
And that's
as far
fantastic.
as I've been told.
Yeah, that's...
But, we get together when we can. Usually we just have to check our schedules, book ahead of time, and then we have, a few days, precious days, where we try to make it count. And so far we're making a lot of progress, especially this time around. Like, the band just grows leaps and bounds, every time we get together, which is every few months. But this time, especially, we're really getting our sea legs.
Yeah.
I don't even think we had land legs before.
We were just wobbly like snakes.
We just don't have enough time.
snake.
But it's becoming increasingly more prevalent where we're able to get together.
Yeah.
That's good. See,
So right now it's like it's every first it was it was an idea for a long time, and then it had some demos floating down, and then eventually we started getting together, and then a few months by, then we are actually in town together. A few months later we get together again. Now the window of us getting together, the gap between each time is getting smaller and smaller, to where the next thing you know, we're together for a whole 10 days.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But like I said, we're taking advantage of all our time, and now things are really starting to shape up, and it's feeling like a band that is together in a city. And that's something that I never realized was so precious and advantageous and helpful and exciting to be in the same. I take it for granted with Midnight Masses because, we still have a lot of our other things going on with respective bands, projects, and, family life and everything. But it's great to just be in the same town as a band.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're available. No one has to get flown anywhere. That's kind of a luxury these days with a lot of stuff that I've been doing. So it's fun, you know, that the guys are in here, you know, in Austin for the time, and we're all doing our thing. Because Zach Blair, he also lives in Austin.
Oh,
I
sweet.
never see him.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, maybe that makes songwriting easier, you know, when the other two guys aren't around.
But if you never see him,
but yeah, that wouldn't be the case.
No, I mean, we have a lot of demos. Jamie has a lot of demos that he's brought to the table. You know, Zach and Walter. I'm kind of, you know, for this project, especially because there's already Trail and Midnight Masses. I'm really content just kind of, you know,
playing some
getting
songs
in there and enjoying playing and just contributing like bass lines or how I interpret, you know, the demos. And I'm happy just to be a part of it because I'm with some great people and cool friends, and I'm just happy for it to keep going. My whole point of you know, being a part of this, you know, project and having something like this exist was that I just wanted to play something that was really, really fun. And you know, Trail of Dead is something that, you know, I've done for many years, and it has a specific, you know, trajectory, and also, you know, a kind of way in the way, you know, things function and work, and how we all contribute and write respectively. And then Midnight Masses is kind of something where I steer a ship, you know, along with, you know, people that regularly contribute. But with Vanishing Life, I'm able to really just be kind of like 1/4, and my fourth of it is mainly just like trying to just play the hell out of some really cool songs that are coming out of everyone else. You know,
that's awesome.
And everyone's happy. I think everyone's role is really set. You know, I'm really excited about it being as democratic as a band could be.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe that's a bad thing.
That's definitely a good thing.
The sounds good. It's all equal, and that's cool. And, and, you know, a lot of bands don't work that way.
No, that's true. I heard Rivers Cuomo
most bands don't really work that way.
Yeah,
Rivers Cuomo will fine you if you mess up live. Apparently, in Weezer. That's
Rivers Cuomo did that, and James Brown.
Yeah, James Brown totally did that. Yeah,
that kind of.
I put them at the same high regard. Like James, I have a Rivers Cuomo tattoo on one shoulder and a James Brown tattoo on my
Because you in Midnight Masses fine anyone if they mess up during shows now, correct?
I'd like to say that Midnight Masses is a combination between Weezer and James Brown.
That's like the total vibe that I get from Midnight Masses.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, we kind of just nailed it. The sound.
It's like because there's so much, like, I don't know.
There's a lot of similarity there.
Yeah, it's like nerdy 90s rock mixed with old funk and soul.
Yeah.
The next record's going to be called Wheezy Brown.
Dude, I think you're sitting on a fucking gold mine.
You are.
With that
you
name.
are. We so about the writing thing and being in different places. We just recently talked to the band, the Jazz June, a couple guys from the Jazz June, and
cool.
They were telling us about how they wrote their newest record after the earthquake, and Andrew, the vocalist, now lives in London, and the rest of the members are just kind of dispersed here in the U.S. And so they just started sending each other, you know, Andrew would come up with an idea and then send it, and there would be, you know, everyone had their time with it to really hear and think about it, and then they started just, I guess, adding on and kind of making demos from afar, and then they got together to actually record the record. But do you guys do much of that, where you kind of like
file sharing if you have demo ideas and stuff like that?
Yeah. Jamie, that's kind of how it all started. We kind of had an idea for the band, and then, you know, I had some rough demos that I just messed around with just some of my buddies when I was making the Midnight Masses record, and then Jamie heard some of those, and that actually he turned into him writing a lot of the material that we're working on now.
Yeah.
And then Jeff, you know, not Jeff Rickley, who is a part of this, but not on a songwriting level. Zach and Walter kind of followed suit with some cool ideas, and now we've got some material. We have a considerable amount of material that we are rehearsing and that we're working out, and it has been a success. We have been able to, in spite of our locations, in spite of us, you know, being really busy, have managed to now have a set, and I'm excited for it to come to fruition Friday with performing a set where we're not just thinking that we need to have witty banter.
Yeah. And
like,
actually,
just to fill time up,
You guys are playing in Austin on Friday, correct?
We are playing in Austin Friday night at Hotel Vegas at about 11 o'clock as part of something called 3 Week. It's like $3 shows, really
awesome.
inexpensive shows. Yeah.
The reason I asked
and Midnight Masses is playing Saturday night as part of 3 Week.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
3 Week and Free Week are happening at the same time.
Dude.
Damn.
That's insane.
But both of them are priceless.
I wish that I was in Austin.
I do
right
too.
now.
I really do. And that the reason I was asking is we are able to kind of see an overview of demographics on where our listeners are in general. And L.A., Austin, New York, and Knoxville are the four number ones, the four top places.
Cool.
So Austin is actually a place where people do listen to us, which is
So if you're hearing us and you're in Austin, you need to go see Vanishing Life.
That's why I kind of wanted to make sure because more often than not, people are throwing tour dates out, and this one's actually like super relevant because I know we have listeners right there that could go to the show, and I wish that I could go to these shows.
Austin, come out to the show. Come out tonight. We'll be out tonight. We'll be at the Hot Dog on a Stick.
Nice, yeah. That's Vanishing Life, and Hot Dog on a Stick.
Yeah.
And he's got a bunch of good treats from the grocery store.
That's
so
true.
And also, Jason Reese from Trail Dead, he lives in Austin too, and his hair is in very neat cornrows right now. He's looking great.
Wow.
Now, in all honesty, he is playing tonight too in his other projects. So yeah, we're all having good times. Just because Trail is kind of asleep for the winter doesn't mean that we're not pretty busy. I know Conrad is off.
Yeah.
Doing the Conrad thing.
Yeah.
I have a question
he's
about
in Hawaii right now.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's amazing.
Super cool.
Yeah, I would totally go to Hawaii. I have a friend who is taking a cruise tomorrow, and I think I want to say they're going to Haiti. It's for a conference of some sort.
A conference in Haiti?
Yeah, I'm fairly sure that that's what I heard.
Okay.
Because I thought it was strange as well, but they're going somewhere that's more tropical and warm, I'm guessing. But about the newest record by Trail of Dead, 9. Why can't I find it on vinyl anywhere except for either European websites or for like $80?
I have no idea why you can't find the new Trail of Dead album on vinyl anywhere in the States. That's beyond me. I've seen it. In fact, you know what?
Yeah, I was looking for it today.
That's distressing because I need to get a copy of that.
Yeah, me too. I
don't have a copy of it.
Man, I can't believe you don't even have a copy of it. I've got every single record.
If you can just press me a copy. You have a dual action. You have a record press.
Yeah, we'll just put it on the lathe.
Another one at the same time, right?
Yeah, I mean we do put out records, so we will just go ahead and press one of those for you because
just press. No one's gonna notice. Just press
No.
some Trail Dead records up, and
it's strange because on Amazon, I think it's like $80 on Amazon, like literally. And then I found a page where you can order from the UK, which I guess, if that's what I need to do, that's what I'll do because it's the only record I need to finish my Trail of Dead collection. So
it's weird because we just recently got some new Canadian distribution, and then we have definitely distribution in the States. Our label is the real, I'd say, a legitimate, operation.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
That's surprising.
Yeah, even the record store that I work at, I've tried to special order it, and it's not made its way in. I don't know if it's back ordered, but
can't special order it in the record store that he works at. He says. I was telling Jamie from Trail about this, and we're just that's pretty weird.
Yeah, it's just
it'd be nice.
The thing is, I ordered it and I've just waited and waited. So it could be on back order, and that would be a good problem.
Yeah,
to
that's
have
a good
if it's
thing.
on back order.
Maybe it's just flying off the shelves.
Maybe it is on.
But I did order it when it came out, so it's been a little while. But I think I'm just going to break down and just buy it on a European website because it's blue vinyl, and that's super cool. So, yeah.
Well, I'll look into it. I think honestly, I may have to call it a night with you guys.
Yeah, dude.
No problem.
And I do have to take care of some things, but I had a great time, and I would love, actually, you know what? There's something I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about some of my favorite releases.
We were going to ask you that. That was the very next question.
What I'd like to do maybe is do it next week with Jason Reese, and we can do it jointly.
I think that sounds fantastic.
Sounds like a great idea.
Because I actually need to compile it. It would be kind of half-assed right now. I know a few of the records that I want to talk about, but I don't want to mention them because I actually want to give it a fair share. I'm glad that we talked about Vanishing Life and Masters because they are playing in Austin Friday and Saturday. But I would like to get with you guys next week maybe. Just shoot me just a good time, and Jason and I will do that.
That sounds amazing. And
sounds awesome.
Are we able to play any Vanishing Life at the end of the show? If it's available on iTunes, then we can make that happen.
Yeah, you can. You sure can.
Awesome.
All right, cool. Well, take care, guys. I'll talk to you next week.
You too.
Right. See you, Autry.
Bye.